So we're back here for another amazing week of Good Morning Bushwick.
That's how you leading off.
You want me to lead off? Ladies, we're back. We're back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
That's what I said if you wanted to lead off.
But you didn't even count me down or nothing.
I mean,
You just jumped in.
I'm sorry, man.
We're back here.
That's why I don't lead off.
I was going to say we're back here at Good Morning Bushwick. We're back here at First Live.
First Live Studios.
219
Central Avenue. Here in Bushwick, Brooklyn. In the County of Kings.
let's not even. It's 2 days after Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
And in one of the podcasts that we spoke on last week, we was talking about how directly after the day you give thanks, you have this just belligerence of greed.
Belligerence of greed. It's crazy. I was reading about it today. They said they were expecting more money to be spent by consumers on Black Friday this year than last year. And even with consumers not going out to stores in droves like they used to, because now a lot of online retailers are starting their sales earlier. Amazon's starting their sales when they do has forced other online retailers to start sales the way earlier and made, physical retailers start sales almost a week earlier.
Yeah.
And because of that, now people no longer need to go out for these mad dash sales you used to see, that you would see these videos over. And I want to say you still somehow manage to have, though people don't go out in droves anymore because so many more people, shop online. People in our age group, refuse to go out to stores. I hate to admit it, our age group, our generation have been slowly killing, physical businesses, brick and mortar businesses. And it's not our fault and it's not their fault. It's so much easier with the time commitments and everything going on to shop online.
To your point, I think it's a little bit beyond just shutting down brick and mortar businesses. People in our generation don't like to have physical contact with other people. That's why everything is bought and sold through social media, through online shit. But I'm pretty sure, I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure there's still people that go out on Black Friday just because of the tradition of it.
I read an article yesterday. I'm going to say yesterday. I was reading an article before I got in the shower earlier. And they were talking about, they were talking to a family, the interviewer talking to a family at Queens Center Mall yesterday. And it was at the Macy's at Queens Center Mall. And they were like, is it just the fact that's the tradition of it going out? And there's a kid with his mom. He's like, it's still tradition. I get to go shopping with mom. That's always fun. He's like, I can find whatever I want online and at a much better price, but it's, going out, seeing it, finding it. Like,
that memory.
There's people that like that memory, and that's one thing I tell people when it comes to certain things. Why I'm not a big picture taker or picture sharer. As long as, God forbid, nothing happens and I have my mental, facilities my whole life. I don't have any, dementia, Alzheimer's, God forbid, anything like that. Any, terrible degenerative mind diseases like that. I'll remember all these things my entire life. Unless my brain and, my mind betrays me. God forbid.
I think this was I don't know if it was Bill Burr that said this shit. When he was like, back in the day, everybody's grandfather had like one picture. And it was just him, like, with both of his arms up. But in the future, they're going to be like, this is all the pictures of every single day of my grandfather's life. So I think now, whether you have dementia or not, being that we're growing up in this social media age, that all the shit that we ever did is pretty much documented.
Everyone else documents it. Like, people people take pictures. It's like, I'm at things, I'm like, yo, just send me that. Like, why do I need to take my phone and take a picture when you've been taking pictures of everything since we got here? Why do I need to take pictures?
What annoys me is when people that are clearly at a distaste for one another manage to take pictures together just for the Thanksgiving photo.
For these events. People,
like, it shouldn't be a time to be fake. It should be a time to just be loving to the people that you love.
This has nothing to do with what we were talking about with Black Friday and such. But on the topic of pictures, a quick segue. It kills me, and we discussed this, when we discuss parties. When you have kids' birthday parties, especially young kids, 1 and 2 years old, and then you basically play hot potato with the child who's already been agitated, been up this whole time, and then you force this young child to sit there and take pictures with everyone who wants to hold this child. People this child doesn't care for, probably hasn't even met yet besides this day. These people have seen this child once, and now they're here for a first birthday party. And then you play hot potato with this baby for a half hour doing a photo shoot. I think that if they could throw elbows or kick you in the nuts at that level or like slap the shit out of you, they should be allowed to.
I think that if you throw a first year birthday party and there's liquor involved, then it's not for the baby.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
This is just an excuse at this
once
point.
any drop of alcohol becomes involved in a child's birthday party, it's no longer for the child.
That's why you got the
It's my rule.
half-naked clowns running around.
That is why you see videos of fights in Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese didn't allow alcohol in that establishment. They don't sell alcohol in that establishment, but you know what I'm going to guarantee? Somebody had alcohol in there, or they was dipping outside. Yo, let's go work that guy real quick, and you're not paying attention. I don't want to speculate.
Do you think people bring their young kids to Black Friday shit, like to camp out?
I would hope not. I would hope, like, if you bring your young kids.
I think that's a form of child abuse.
I think that if you bring your young kids, I would hope you keep them close to you. And I would hope not too young, man, because, I mean, now that crowds are smaller, even like still, they're big crowds. And think about that. Though crowds are reduced, they are still very large crowds. So it's not like it's, a walk in the park. I saw people yesterday, I saw a video in a Walmart, and they just, man, which I thought was hilarious, but they just left the TVs out, had the pallets all shrink wrapped, and just left them sitting out there. And, I guess they was like, take what you want. And it took me forever to see the brand of what TV this was. And, I kind of want to go on Walmart and see what the price was of this TV. But it appeared to be, after I saw it, a Hisense, it appeared to be like not a big TV, because everyone was just walking away with them in their arms like this. It wasn't a huge TV. So I guess between a 32 and a 40-inch TV. And it was only full. It looked like it said only full HD, FHD, full HD.
So was that 1080p or 720?
1080p, I believe. And people were going crazy, and I was trying to see the brand, and I want to see the price for it, because they weren't going crazy, but there were people, like, they were ignoring a Samsung TV that was right there. I saw an LG TV there, and they went straight for this. They didn't unshrink wrap any of that stuff.
Was it advertised, like, on those pamphlets that people get when they walk into the stores?
I would guess it was. I would guess that was one of the major doorbusters.
That's the hot item right now.
Leo, let's go get this TV. And that TV had the way people were grabbing that, and like the crazy thing is people were like ripping them out the middle and off the bottom, and all the top ones are coming crashing down. And it's like, y'all gonna be returning that in like 2 days.
Did you see any Black Friday videos?
I saw a couple Black Friday videos. I didn't see any fights. I saw cops responding and security responding and subduing people, but I didn't see any physical fights on video yet at least.
And I feel like people should know about the outlets. Like, that was a thing growing up. We going to the outlets. When you went to the outlets, you went to stack up on mad shit that you was gonna get at a price that you couldn't get nowhere else in the city.
I remember when before school,
and that was year round.
I remember before school for a few years, when my dad had the car, and we would go to the outlets to go school shopping down in Reading, Pennsylvania, and we'd go to the outlets, man, and it was like, whoa. And
there was many outlets.
Yeah, like they have like now. It's crazy though now, man. Like last time, the homie Vela. Shout out to the homie Vela. You get on my fucking nerves, but I love you, bro.
Mikey Blue Eyes.
He lives up by Woodbury Commons. And those are the big outlets right now. That's like they have like over 100, almost 200, stores up there at the outlets. But we went up there one time when I was up there. I had some time off from work, and we were up there hanging out. We went up there, and I needed jeans. Like, I had no jeans. I was running. Most of them were getting ripped. They were older. I had to get new jeans, man. I went up there looking for jeans, man. And through those prices and going through them, I'm like, I feel like these are the same exact prices I see down in the city. I didn't feel like I saw anything where it was like, yo.
So you think the outlets have become so popularized that now they're just jacking up prices because they're like a tourist destination?
If there you have to, like, I'll say like this: Levi's were regular price. If I would have to get it, like, it was usually buy one get one to get it to like where you get that price.
Good morning,
sir. Buy one get one. You know, 2 4. You know, like at the Levi's, it was 3 pairs of Levi's for $100. But I'm looking at them and looking at the pairs and stuff, and it was like, you know, I don't like skinny jeans. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not in love with
I
button
don't
flies.
think skinny jeans are your thing,
You know,
bro.
trying to find myself, and then even trying to find a 38, 32. Do you know how hard it was to find a? I found one pair, a nice pair of straight leg, you know, jeans. They were at Gap. Ended up at the Gap outlet of all places, which I could have found here. But the jeans, and then the jeans I liked and the color I liked, they didn't even have my size, so I had to get them in a different color. But I knew I liked those jeans, and I was by a Gap outlet down here, and I found the color I liked.
Imagine seeing like a Black Friday stampede in front of Vim's.
That'd be crazy.
Or Mini Max.
I mean, I saw a mini stampede when the Elmo Tickle Me Elmo 10-year anniversary jump off came out.
out here though.
Yeah, when I was working at Toys R Us. I was idiot at the time, man. I mean, that closed when I was working for the Giraffe. I don't give a fuck. When I was working there, our store director decided at the last minute because I mean, and kudos to my homie Eric, who's still one of my great friends, my first real boss at my first real job. Damn, man, I'm thinking this. I was 18 when I met Eric. I'm 32 now. 14 years later, one of my great friends still
We're getting
in life.
old, bro.
Yes, and he had the good sense to know not to put those out on Black Friday. He had the good sense. We got them in yesterday. They're on sale. We put them out now. Something bad's gonna happen. He knew it. He told them, "Yo, hold those in the back. We'll put them out the next day. Put them out for sale Sunday the next week, even when the price isn't on sale anymore." He's like, it's a bad idea to put those out, and let alone put them at the front of the fucking store.
And this was during a time that online sales weren't as prominent.
No, it weren't online. There weren't very many online retailers. Black Friday online wasn't a thing. Cyber Monday was yet really a thing, and it was
14 years ago. Shit.
Just think about that. And he put it right in the front, man. Yo, people saw that, and it was the Tickle Me Elmo 10-year anniversary, the TMX. And yo, that door, when I say, and you know these doors on these stores, they open with the automatic doors, but the people say they push the doors open. They're designed to do that in the event of an emergency. Those doors are designed to come off of those rails, off the hinges, and open completely
sliding
wide open.
doors were basically damn near unhinged.
They were unhinged.
Just because people saw Tickle Me Elmo at the fucking entrance.
But they weren't hinged in the wrong direction.
So they pushed it inwards.
They pushed it inwards. They're supposed to go outwards. The hinge to come out with a boom open.
And there was fights?
There weren't fights, but people damn near got trampled. Like he almost got trampled because he was the one who unlocked, and like somebody has to be the one to go up and unlock the door. And he was the one who, you did it, since you want to be the guy, go unlock it now,
Like,
We had devised a very smart, safe plan, and you've totally gone and undone that. Go have fun. And we saw that man almost get trampled. We had a great laugh, but we saw him almost damn near get trampled, man.
The only retail place that I worked at during Black Friday was Guitar Center, and nobody really got trampled. I don't think people was really running and gunning in there. Like
guitar. I'm gonna say the Guitar Center crowd. Those are, I want to say, a lot of adult,
laid back people.
Laid back, very adult-like, very different.
They just want to go in there.
They want to go
play.
and get what they want, play. They want to. All right, man. I've had some time. Those are people who maybe been there a few times, jam session doing. They know what they want. They know there's more than enough. They know there's not going to be very many people there, so there's no need to. It's like me for my TV last year. I went out on Black Friday to get it, and I knew, the sale's going all weekend. They've got to have enough TVs if it's not a doorbuster. I went in there. I got up. I went at like 1 o'clock. I was back in the house by 2 o'clock.
Easy.
I would say 2:30 because I took the bus. It took me like a half hour, 40 minutes to get there. I found the TV. I found my stand. Paid. Got in and out.
I was so grateful after that shit passed because the way they was hyping it up in the staff meetings, I thought people were gonna die in there, bro. They even beefed up security in the front, and literally there was just there was a kid with his mom, somebody in a wheelchair that came in the fucking elevator. Just
there's some places, but it's as someone who does security, I'm gonna say it's better safe than sorry. But it's better to deploy that much than not have that to deploy. And I'll tell you, man, I've seen I saw Best Buy still when I went there. They were still crazy last year, Black Friday. I got my shit. I got my TV from Target. There was still people up there. There was a lot of the electronic section was kind of a little crazy, but otherwise the rest of the store wasn't that crazy. Best Buy though was still a little wild. They still had a line like trying to get in, like snaking to get in for whatever reason. I didn't understand. They must have had still crazy doorbusters.
I don't know. Later today, I'm gonna surf the internet to see what we find. So by the time
You know what you should look for? An Xbox One.
Cyber Monday's coming up.
Cyber Monday, bro. I need an online gaming buddy. I miss playing games online. Well, I still play games online. I just have no squad.
Just no squad yet.
Just online, sad by myself.
Well, with that one, we'll be back next time for another fantastic episode
of Good Morning
Good
Bushwick.
Morning Bushwick.
You know where to find us, ladies and gentlemen. Next time.